Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of One Piece, which is on chapter 871. Now, this chapter right here, it looked like a lot of things were starting to getting very bleak, but the ending ends up showing up. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Caesar is trying to escape with Capone and Benji, while the Vinsmoke family, along with the others, are trying to give as much distractions and trying to open the doorway for Caesar alone to make sure they all of them escape. But apparently we have to it that one guy who is trying to go out the tobacco box is trying to open it, but ends up being killed by one person who is apparently a girl, Stussy. But we have to it that she kills him with just a flip of a finger or something, which is a flying shigun, which is pretty much a flying finger pistol. And we get to know that she is actually CP0, working under the world government or the freaking Celestial Dragons, to my shock. I mean, she's saying that we'll be taking that box to the world government. And she ends up telling the man named Morgans, who's apparently an article writer, go like, you will be writing something in favor of this, right? He goes like, yeah, sure, why not? But the guy who apparently was killed by CP0, somehow he ends up pushing the box off with his dead body, of course, because it moved a bit. And we have to it, the Big Mom ends up saying, oh, you said you were going to beat me up, right? And you end up running anyway? How spineless are you? This really ticked off Luffy so much. And Sanji's like, right now, this is not the time to be baited. But Luffy could not take it after being called a coward or spineless. And he goes like, let me tell you something. The one who will be Pirate King in the end is not you. It's me. He transforms into Gear 4 and tries to do Kongan against her, but she ends up blocking it with her own haki and strength. And enters a great amount of explosion. And Luffy declares that after I take down Kaido, you're next on my list. And although Luffy couldn't maintain Gear 4 any longer, maybe because he had his previous battle being very rough, and I'm pretty sure it must be Commander Cracker or something. Not to mention, maybe he didn't have anything to eat right away, or should I say something good to eat in a part where he will be able to maintain Gear 4, but that didn't happen anytime soon. But we also see to it that Big Mom's like, haha, you're talking about Kaido? You would never take down that thing. And let me also tell you something. I never said that you could escape out of my territory. You ain't leaving at all. And we have to it that Judge tries to interfere with Big Mom, but she ends up chewing up his spear just by biting down on it. And we have to it that Judge says, look, we entrusted you with the freaking 300-year-old desires charging of our people. You freaking cursed villain. And she goes like, oh, I'm sorry, but you have no need to be in fear, because once you die, I'll just use your scientific powers to make this world a peaceful place. I'm thinking in my mind, peaceful. It's cool and all, but you don't seem too peaceful. And she ends up grabbing Judge and thunderbolts his butt down to the ground. I'm like, holy crap, that sucks for you, dude. While Yonji and Niji cannot afford to see their father die, decide to try to back him up. Caesar, on the other hand, was just trying to escape, but freaking Katakuri ends up showing in front of him, says, you almost escaped now, didn't you? And we have to it that Niji ends up launching a powerful attack to at least, how am I supposed to say, distract Katakuri, and tells him to get going quickly. They almost escape, but freaking Brule comes out of nowhere, of course, and says, you ain't gonna be escaping this time. And of course, Capone, Benj, and Caesar are pretty much trapped with Brule in front of them. Not to mention Niji being grabbed in the nick of time, while Luffy and Sanji and Reiju are in trouble. And Big Mom holding Yonji and Ichiji and seeing Vinsmoke on the ground. Vinsmoke Judge on the ground. And Caesar's like, oh man, we're so in trouble. And everyone, and Jinbei, Pedro, and the others are trying to get out there to fight. And Big Mom says, say, shall we begin the execution? But apparently the Tobacco, which was rigged with explosives, blew up in the nick of time, and the freaking cake castle is about to fall down. So in this chapter, we get to know that Big Mom is totally on a different level. To say Kaido is just like, oh, you're gonna take down that thing, you're not escaping or something. For her to say that kind of thing to Kaido or something just shows that she is at least on par level with Kaido himself. But this man, Kaido, is not even a man. He's a thing that Big Mom refers to him, and etc. Not to mention, to take on Gear 4th, of course, like from Luffy, is to be expected, honestly, in my eyes. Because we all know Yonkos are not supposed to is not a joke. And of course, like Big Mom herself shows a lot more strength just by taking Judge out with just like one Thunderbolt blast from Zeus, using Zeus and Thunderbolts. Freaking Vinsmoke Judge. It was to be expected because we all know that Yonkos are meant to be very strong, and if you're not even 100% prepared, you're more likely to die. But the ending of the chapter says otherwise, to give maybe certain luck to Luffy. We all know the Tamatabako box was rigged with explosives a long time ago, and it was mentioned many chapters ago. We all know that. So looking forward to next chapter. Not to mention, you guys, to remind you, just in case, we also there's a thing about like 20th anniversary of One Piece next week, I believe. So I'm looking forward to see what the other extras are, but we'll have to find out. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm off for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye.